Welcome to the Upkeep for Monday, December 7th, 2020.
That's right, it's all of the magic news you need in 10 minutes or less.
And the biggest magic story over the weekend was, of course, the Zendikar Rising Championship and our new champion, Brad
Barclay!
Brad Barclay!
That's right. Brad Barclay from Scotland took it all down. He defeated Autumn Burchett in the championship match. And he was on, so the top 8 was historic only. The whole tournament was a mix of standard and historic. But he played in historic, of all things, Azorius Control. And he did not lose a single match in the historic rounds or in the top 8.
Yeah, this deck was kind of out of left field. Not a lot of people in the tournament played it. Our experts were like, this deck is not very good. And turned out to be not very good in the hands of every single other person in the tournament who played it, except for Brad.
That's right. So congratulations to him. He celebrated by eating a peanut and not smiling at all, which earned... So people were calling him the Ice Shark, because he also had a bunch of sharks from Shark Typhoon on the battlefield at the end of the match.
Yeah, just ice running through this guy's veins. The entire Scottish community very excited for his win, of course. He is the first Scottish player to win a major tournament.
Yeah. The top 8 also included Andrea Mengucci, Brad Nelson, Gabriel Nassif, Jan Moritz Merkel, Luca Magni, and Tomas Pokorny.
You know what's wild is Gabe has top 8'd 5 tournaments this year and 3 in the last 3 in a row.
That's just absurd.
Just absurd. And I would like to also give myself props here, because I picked Autumn Burchett to win the whole tournament, and she ended up getting second place. Last tournament before this, I picked Aaron Gertler to win. He got second place. So if you need somebody to pick a runner-up, I'm your gal.
Yeah, you're it.
I gotcha.
As far as decks, the top 8 included 4 copies of 4-color mid-range, 2 Sultai mid-range, plus Barclay on Control and Burchett on Goblins.
Yeah, I think it was a pretty fun metagame as far as historic was concerned. There are there are a bunch of decks, even though these mid-range decks did kind of dominate. Something interesting is that the sacrifice decks, which were actually the most played decks in the historic portion of the tournament, did not appear in the top 8 at all.
No, they kind of had a rough time out there. So Rakdos, like you mentioned, Rakdos and Jund Sacrifice were the top of the field with 30% in historic. Then it was those Sultai and 4-color mid-range with about 28%, Goblins with 12, and then a mix of stuff like Azorius Auras, Azorius Control, Colorless Ramp, etc., making up the rest of the field.
Let's talk about the standard metagame, because that was even more, more diverse?
Yes.
Wow.
So Gruul Adventures was the top of the standard metagame with about 24%. Then we had Mono Green Food and Dimir Rogues at 17 and 16 respectively, plus Temur Adventures, Dimir Control, and Esper Doom Foretold, all with about 10%.
Wow, that's a bunch of different decks. I guess most people would say standard's looking pretty good right now. I'm still like a little bored with it, but that's just me.
I have to say that it sounds like generally people are pretty happy with what standard looks like right now.
In case you're keeping up with the MPL or the Rivals League and the challengers that were playing in the Zendikar Rising Championship, new points have been updated, so the leaderboards for those updated over on magic.gg. Paulo Vitor Damaderosa is now tied with Gabriel Nassif to lead the MPL, both at 18 points, followed by Andrea Mengucci in 3rd, and Rei Sato, who had been leading in the MPL, has now dropped down to 4th place. Over in the Rivals League, things look a little bit like they basically did when we went in. Matt Sperling and LSV are at the top with 19 points. Jacob Wilson is now in 3rd with 17 points. But all the details for that are updated on that website. Plus, if you're following challengers, meaning anybody not in the MPL or Rivals, good news, if you got 10 wins, you get to come back and do it all again at the Kaldheim Championship. And if you manage to get 11 wins, you got an invite to the Challenger Gauntlet, and that is your road to either entering the MPL or the Rivals League in the postseason.
That's right. Next up, the Arena Open is this coming weekend, December 12th and 13th. The format is historic. That's just a quick little reminder in case you are rubbing your hands, getting all excited like a little movie villain.
Ooh, I am.
For historic and the next Arena Open.
Let's go Azorius Auras. I've got to show people that this deck can win because it did not win at the championship.
That's right, Maria. Also, you got a happy little email in your inbox this weekend if you're on Arena. Arena emailed codes for each basic land of Bob Ross basics.
I'm so excited for this. This is so cool. If you didn't get this email or you want a reminder, here's all the codes to get these lands. They're all caps, all one word: Delightful Meadow, Island Wilderness, Happy Swamp, Move Mountains, and Tree Friend.
Oh, Tree Friend's my favorite.
Tree Friend is the best one for sure.
Yeah, so get on over there and make sure you get those sweet Bob Ross basics on Arena.
So we're going to give you a little bit of a spoiler here if you don't want to hear this, but, it's not that big of one because we're just talking about the Kaldheim packaging that's coming up next year. This was revealed on MTG Finance over on the MTG Reddit, on the MTG subreddit, and this is the most metal packaging I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's like someone took they were like Norse mythology, but also metal.
It's got like Thor's hammer electrocuted by lightning, and it says Kaldheim in the most 1980s metal font you've ever seen.
Yeah, exactly. I wonder if Metallica is suing them.
Yeah, I mean they just might. They just might be after they see this. By the way, the commander decks for Kaldheim have also been leaked, so you can see the front card of those two commander decks. If you want, it's available.
Yeah. If you want to. 2021 and 2022 Secret Lair info was revealed, plus Ultimate Edition 2. Ultimate Edition 2 will have all 10 pathways with full art, and that will be out in spring 2021.
Really pretty. Wizards also announced all of this in a special stream. Next year, they say they're going to be focusing on artists and super drops. And just in case you don't know the terminology, super drops means those multiple drops like we just got, for their big Secret Lair Secretversary, available to be purchased over a longer period of time. So initially when these Secret Lairs came out, they were only available to be bought for 24 hours. Now it's a much longer period of time, and that's kind of what they're going to focus on moving forward.
That's right. So the first super drop will be in February, with those super drops coming every couple of months after that.
They also gave us previews of what some of these super drops might entail. There is artist series Johannes Voss, and they showed a piece of artwork that's in a cherry blossom orchard. I don't know what you call that. Not an orchard. What's a grove? What's a tree orchard?
I think that's just an orchard. A forest? An arboretum? A forest. There it is. A beautiful cherry blossom forest. Really, really pretty. They didn't say what card it was or anything, but I like it a lot. Yep, and then there's artist series Kaya and Phil Foglio, which will come in 2022. Special guest artist Fiona Staples, who, if you are at all familiar with the Saga series, she's an award-winning comic book artist who did that particular one.
Wow, that's a pretty cool get.
Yeah, that's very, very cool. And Party Hard Shred Harder did so well that they want to continue the concert poster style with an upcoming piece from Jeff Soto, which is Nature's Lore, and it is amazing.
It's so cute. It's an owl in a tree orchard surrounded by stars. I just love this piece of art. I want it on a poster itself.
Yeah. It's amazing. And instead of having a text box, it's written in script.
I love it.
On part of the art. It's really, really cool. Wizards also ran a few Secret Lair polls last month that asked people to choose between creature types. In one, dinosaurs beat knights, as they should. So maybe Wizards will be making a dinosaur Secret Lair in 2021.
And finally, Wizards teased a read the fine print drop in a split-second image that flashed onto the screen near the end of this stream. That drop will have 4 creatures and 1 enchantment, but that is everything that we know about it. The creepy little graphic that they flashed up for just a second on that stream is on the video version if you want to see this.
It was very creepy. And also looks like it was put together in Photoshop.
Yes, it does.
Not Photoshop. I was
in Paint?
PowerPoint. In PowerPoint or Paint.
And lastly, just something cute that I saw on Reddit I wanted to share with you all. If you're looking for a fun quarantine project, Reddit user What with 10 A's said you can organize your decks with watercolor labels, and has really beautiful watercolor labels using kind of a template that you would punch out the labels from, and has painted them on there. It's really gorgeous. Check out our video version if you want to see it, and just seems like something fun to pass the time.
Nice. Well, that is all of the news for this week.
Thank you so much for listening, everybody. If you want to check out our full-length podcast, it's called Good Luck High Five, found anywhere you get your podcasts. And you can support our show and indeed all of our work over on patreon.com/glhfmagic.